So now we get our first look at the Michigan Wolverine turned Michigan Panther. And Shea Patterson, the top pick in the USFL draft. He played 2 years at Michigan after starting his career at Ole Miss. He knows record. Second most yards in a season at Michigan. Finished 7th in Michigan passing ahead of Tom Brady. So this is a guy that's played some serious football.
He sure has.
Liz Oregon.
Cameron Scarlett starts as the running back, 2019 Stanford MVP. Right behind Patterson, give goes to Scarlett. And lost the football. Patterson able to jump on it. What a rough start here for the Panthers. So our guy Reggie Northrup in there quick.
Yeah, one of the things that Kevin Sumlin talked about was how much he liked his front seven. And there's Reggie, the MMA fighter. Nobody blocks him, does a good job getting a hand on the ball. Shea Patterson lucky to get that thing covered up. You don't like starting out the game in the shadow of your own goalpost, though.
Yeah, Northrup 5-0 with his MMA career. Said football's first, though, and rightfully so. See him making a play here on the very first play of scrimmage. Right back to Northrup in the middle, making another stop, 3rd and long. Here are the starters for this Michigan offense. Patterson, the quarterback, and as you look at this group, it's Lance Lenore, somebody who is a Cowboy you know very well. What do we need to know about?
Yeah, we had Lance for a couple years in Dallas, and I absolutely love this kid. He's their best receiver. He's competitive. He's tough. A great opportunity for him. He was with us a couple years down there. He's a guy who's on the fringe of the making the NFL. This is a great chance for him to show what he's all about.
Lenore goes in motion, and give goes to Scarlett. Scarlett able to break 1 tackle, but going to set up a 4th down and a likely punt coming out here for Michigan.
Yeah, you know, Kevin Sumlin chose to punt and play to his defense, and a really good job of executing field position right there. The punt pinned him back. The defense rose up and really did a great job to start this game. Kevin Sumlin loves his front seven. We saw those guys show up on those first 3 plays.
This is Michael Carrizosa on to punt, 3 years all-conference punter. Can send it deep. William Likely back deep to return. Run out just about midfield, just inside midfield. Likely steps up to call the fair catch. So no blood yet. 0-0 ball game after the weather delay. We're back playing some football in Birmingham. Houston head coach Kevin Sumlin.
Let's go. We got
down at the play sheet, dialing it into his quarterback, Clayton Thorson, and great college coach. Coach Johnny Manziel. How about Mike Evans, some of the other guys on the list? Myles Garrett, first overall pick.
Yeah, fantastic college coach for a long time, most notably at A&M. Did a great job. Look at all those players. A lot of first-rounders on that list.
Wide 80.
Dalen Dawkins in the backfield next to Thorson. Give goes to Dawkins, and Dawkins finds some room off the left side. Gain of about 3, bring up a 2nd and 7.
Tackled by number 55.
So, Coach, we got a record number of players mic'd up in this game. What's the most interesting thing for you to listen to as the game's being played?
Trojan stick.
I love it all. I love the coach to the quarterback. I love the fact that we're in that huddle. I love the fact that we're hearing Thorson at the line of scrimmage. You're hearing all that ambient sound with other guys mic'd up. It's just fun. It gives you a feel of what's going on out on the field.
Thorson looking empty on a 2nd and 7. Not there immediately, takes off and runs with it. And will gain 4 with his legs.
Yeah, it's a big part of his game. Again, he's a big, strong, athletic guy, and when things don't open up, he has the opportunity to use his feet. Looks like he was working the slot, nothing there. He gets out on the edge and makes a positive play. Now they're in 3rd manageable. They get themselves into a 3rd and 4. They got to keep this drive alive.
Down.
As we watch him in practice, they like this look. Going empty with it. Dawkins has some ability to play some slot. He's at the top of the screen in the slot, looks that way, and gets it to Ward, and Ward has enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, Clayton saw an off corner, outside, a little hitch route. Looked like a smash concept on the slot side. Converting the 1st down, and now they're on the ball.
Some pace here, right up to the ball. It goes to Dawkins, and Dawkins is met by Tyson immediately.
A big advantage that Houston has is Dawkins in the slot, running routes down the field, and then they run him back and hurry up, and they hand him the ball as a running back. But again, the play starts up front. They don't block the backside guy. He's a guy that Clayton Thorson should be reading, and maybe Clayton should have pulled it on that one. A good stop by the Michigan defense.
Bring Mark Thompson back into the game. So you got some speed with Dawkins, got some power with Thompson, and give goes there. Thompson off the right side, and Thompson cuts it back up the middle, and he's got a gain of 15 there on a second down carry. Make it 16 on a second down carry.
Houston wants to run the football now, and they want to hand it to that big guy right there, 240 pounds.
Move back, Nick, move back.
Gets in behind the guard, pulling.
Let's go, let's go.
You talk about how clean the football is. There's a lot of timing involved in the gap run game when you're pulling guys. And again, really good timing, patience by big Mark Thompson, and a big gain. It's going to be the DNA of this team going forward. Looks like we got somebody banged up, Jack.
Yeah, Warren Saba down on the field out of East Carolina. That'll be one of the challenges for this league. You know, it's not the same size roster as an NFL. As injuries start to come, figuring out how Coach Fisher, Coach Sumlin, the rest of the coaches around this league manage that will be one of the challenges as the league goes on.
Yeah, how do you get your team ready in a short period of time, and then how do you keep them healthy? You know, there's no off-season program going into training camp, so you can't go too fast, too early. And then, like you said, as the season goes on, it becomes a war of attrition. How do you keep everybody healthy week in and week out with a smaller roster?
Saba, really a good player, young player, 4 interceptions last year over at East Carolina.
Down. Red 80. Red
First down
80.
now for Thorson. Goes right back to Thompson, and Thompson carries a couple, gain of 2.
You know, you mentioned the communication, and it's just really fun to hear Kevin Sumlin talk to Clayton Thorson. You hear the linemen making communication with each other.
Pass 12 verticals on two. Ready?
Hey, I bet they're going verticals here. Play action, pass verticals. I bet we see those 2 tight ends running up the seams.
Red 80.
I like Coach Garrett already trying to crack the code out here.
Go.
2nd and 8. Let's take a look down the field. Thorson going down the middle of the field. And good hit put on there. Tino Ellis. Pass intended for Brandon Barnes. You're all over it.
Well, I got to tell you, it's a pretty obvious call. 4 verticals, and Clayton's looking for the tight end. They want to get right up the inside edge of the numbers. A little late with the ball. A really nice job. Tino Ellis coming from outside in to dislodge it. A big opportunity for Houston there. Clayton a tick late. A good play by the Michigan defense.
Yeah, Tino Ellis, a guy who played high school football with Chase Young. See all kinds of connections as you start looking into the bios of these guys.
DeMatha High School.
3rd and long now for Thorson after the incompletion. Thorson, that was Ratliff Williams who fell down coming out of his break, and decision point looks like we'll get a field goal attempt.
Hey, he's out front. He's out front. Run your stick route. No, it's not.
Yeah, it looked like a little pivot route by Anthony Ratliff Williams. Slipped on his inside foot. Clayton a little behind him with the ball. Probably was going to be short of the first down marker anyway. And here comes Nick Vogel.
Nick Vogel out of UAB. He's with the Ravens. Not too long ago. Pretty tough to unseat Justin Tucker. It's also Zach Galifianakis' cousin.
Is that right?
You ever watch The Hangover, Coach?
Sure have.
Right down the middle. Making his cousin proud. We got a 3-0 game. Houston on top.
I've got Stewart playing strong.
So we got a 3-0 Houston lead after a successful field goal.
Coach Jeff!
Vogel send it deep. Scarlett back deep. We'll keep an eye on the sideline over here for the Panthers. You never really know. It's going to be Shea Patterson, going to be Paxton Lynch. Coach has been very vocal about the fact that he will rotate them. How and why? Less sure about that. Scarlett has some space, and Scarlett finds some room. Out to midfield with a kickoff return.
Hey, Jack, let's take a peek at that second down play. They get to the 20-yard line. They want to take a shot to the end zone. And you see they're in single high defense. There's a middle safety right in the middle of the field. And what they're trying to get is they're trying to get some seam routes. Seam routes to these tight ends. And Clayton Thorson just a little bit late with this football. And you see the outside corner, Tino Ellis, stepping in and making the play. A really good opportunity for a touchdown shot from the high red zone. They didn't cash in on it. They had to settle for a field goal. Now Michigan's got great field position.
Shea Patterson remains
Let's go,
in the game. Stevie
Rip
Scott
Texas.
next to him at running back. Bring Bow in motion.
Say go, go.
A little movement there, no flags fly. Patterson gets hit. He gets stuck immediately. Good and in there. Lost the football, but able to recover it himself. He might have thought there was some movement. I saw some.
Hey, we're 4 plays into this game for the Michigan offense. And what's overwhelming is the pressure of this Houston Gambler front 7. They've knocked them back in the running game.
Marino.
Guys are free off the edge in the passing game. They felt good about this front 7. They're off to a great start.
Hey, let's go, Lake.
Saw Patterson look to the ref like, did he not move over there? And he did a little, but not enough to draw the call. Now Patterson, second and long, looking for Lenore. Has him complete, pick up 5.
Good hands catch by Lance, but now after the first down loss, you got a long third down situation. Good job securing the ball and getting that foot down.
Left, truth far.
3rd and 11 ain't easy.
Romeo 2, Fritos. Hop, left, truth far. Romeo 2, Fritos.
What do you like on 3rd and 11?
We got
Fritos, huh?
Romeo 2, Frito easy. So we'll see what that is.
Say go.
3rd and 10. Patterson had the ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. Man was open down the field, but Donald Payne in perfect position.
A little frustration by Shea Patterson at the start here. This is a pressure defense. Tim Lewis, their defensive coordinator, longtime NFL coordinator, former first-round pick. He's making no bones about how he wants his defense to play. They're playing to this front 7. They're attacking, they're downhill, they're pressuring. Not making it real easy for this Michigan offense to start.
Carrizosa back on to punt. Likely back deep. Another fair catch called for by Likely. It's not exactly the start Shea Patterson would have wanted. 3-0. Houston. On the first Saturday in May, you're invited to run for the Roses, the hats, the mint juleps, all the pageantry you won't want to miss. The 148th Kentucky Derby, Saturday, May 7th on NBC and streaming on Peacock. Ever been to a Derby, Coach?
I have.
Gain of just a couple. That's Dawkins on a first down carry. What'd you think?
Yeah, the Derby is incredible. Yeah. I know you've been to a ton of them yourself, but you know, the pageantry, the whole thing, the hats, the horses are beautiful. Yeah. And there we go. I'll tell you what, I didn't have a great day gambling, but I had a great day taking it all in.
Party's not bad either, I'll tell you that.
You were in that infield, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, every time. What do you think of the start so far for Thorson?
Red 18.
He's doing okay. He's managing. He's getting settled in.
Red 18. So go.
This is what they want to be right here.
Dawkins once again, and Dawkins sets up a 3rd and manageable. Let's go down to Lewis for an injury update.
Hey, Jack, earlier we saw Michigan Panthers safety number 22, Warren Saba, leave the field holding his... Well, he went back to the locker room, had x-rays. Unfortunately, he has a fractured right forearm, and so he is done. Very emotional, a lot of pain, and he is done. And 24 safety, Sean Williams is in for him now.
Yeah, Sean Williams comes in. He's a Navy team captain back in 2018. 3rd and 5 here for Thorson. Thorson drops, looking downfield, just sailed it high, looking for Palka.
Hey, Jack, one of the things we're seeing here at the outset of the ball game is pressure on 3rd down. They're bringing these linebackers. Good job by Dalen Dawkins stepping up. But a real good rush by Ginda, getting in Thorson's face. A little bit of an option route to Tyler Palka. Ball's high, and here comes the punt team.
Andrew Gallitz sends the deep Joe Walker. On the other end of it, has some space for a return. Walker cut back. And gets it out to the 49-yard line. The Houston starters on the defensive side of the football. This is what this group looks like, Coach. And Reggie Northrup is somebody who's already made some plays so far in this game. A gambler. Trains with Jorge Masvidal. We told you, father of 5th-degree black belt, the national champion on that 2013 FSU team. And what a defense that was.
Yeah, we had a great visit with Reggie the other day, and he talked about his MMA, his football first, but he comes from a great background at Florida State, played with a lot of outstanding players there on that national championship team.
Hey, Rimp, Ohio! Rimp, Ohio!
Lenore in motion.
So go!
Give goes to Stevie Scott. Stevie Scott picks up 4 on 1st down.
Zelda, left tray, echo 1. Zelda, left tray. Zelda, left tray.
Love that list, Coach. Look at it. Jalen Ramsey just picked up a Super Bowl. All these guys played in the NFL.
First rounders left and right. Easy to see why Jimbo Fisher won a national championship down there with that defense.
Now on 2nd down, Patterson rolling. Patterson finds his man, and Joe Walker. And Joe Walker was somebody Patterson told us he personally requested to be a part of this team.
He sure did, and this is what they need to do. They need to try to run the football and get out on the move. They go play action from the gun. A little bit of a naked for Shea Patterson. He finds a guy he loves to throw to in Joe Walker for a good game.
And we're seeing the Panthers use a bit of pace offensively. What's the advantage?
Just to get this Houston defense on their heels a little bit.
Say go.
Patterson directing traffic at the line. Give goes to Scott, but nothing there.
I love to watch football from the side. The view that we have on the 50-yard line, the view that the viewers see, because you see who wins the line of scrimmage. And time again, the guys in the white shirts are winning the line of scrimmage. They're knocking the guys in the maroon shirts back. And it's hard for Patterson and the skill of the Michigan team to get started here. The front 70, Houston's winning early. That's got to change for Michigan.
Hey, Rock Oregon. Rock Oregon. Say go.
All right, Rock Oregon on a 2nd and 12. Patterson steps up, scrambling away, has some speed to his game, and finds a man on the outside. That's Walker once again working the sideline.
And that's what Shea Patterson's got to do when there's pressure and people all around him. One of his assets is athleticism. He's got to move. A free rusher on the edge. He keeps his poise. He keeps his eyes down the field and delivers a strike. Couple completions to Walker here in this drive been big for Michigan.
Huff, right Dutch Rees. Romeo 8, H-Wagon 4.
We're working on cracking the code. I don't know what Hop Dutch means right now, but we'll get that by the end of the game, Jack.
Still got some time.
Leg, Oregon.
So Patterson's starting to find his rhythm here. Drops pressure in his face in a hurry. Once again, he's on the run. Patterson scrambling, now goes backwards to create even more space. Throws this thing away at the end of it. Pretty impressive just to get rid of it.
It sure was. Well, there are white shirts in the backfield all over Shea Patterson. And you love his athleticism, you love his competitiveness. But at the end of this thing, stop, relax, take a breath, throw the ball away. Good poise at the end of the down. Let's live for 2nd and 10.
Squeeze, right tray squeeze.
Catching up with all those gamblers after practice. I kept hearing, we're coming after them. And they're coming after them so far.
Here we go.
It's not a good environment for number 2 so far.
Say go.
2nd and 10. Ball goes to Scott. Scott goes directly into Corey Thomas, who was waiting for him in the backfield.
Look at all the white shirts around the ball. And again, Tim Lewis talked about we're going to be fast, we're going to be physical, we're going to play to our front seven, and that's what this game's been so far. They're downhill, they're winning the line of scrimmage, and they're swarm tackling 6, 7, 8 guys around the football in a long 3rd and 10 for Michigan.
Hop, left truth far. Romeo 8, poker, Fritos.
Hey, poker.
There we go. Hey, good drive.
Timeout.
Whatever the call was, Coach Fisher immediately called a timeout. Look at that backwards hat over there. You ever do that? That's a good look, isn't
I think
it?
that's his fishing hat.
Yeah. I love that line. The bottom line is I caught enough to fish to come back and help guys realize their dreams. That's got to be the first fisherman I ever met that has caught enough fish.
Right. We're in good shape, man. We got 3rd and 10. Let's get a first down.
Okay, get it.
Okay? Let's go. Here we go.
Hey, Cam. Yeah.
Good.
Coach, a lot
We're
of
going to
football
go
games,
one
that
and a
guy.
field goal.
22 years the head coach of the National Football League.
Right truth far.
One of the
Field
things
goal, be
I think
ready.
is interesting is he moved
Well
two
within it.
franchises.
No win.
He
We're
moved the
good.
Houston Oilers to Tennessee to become part of the Titans. He moved the Rams from St. Louis to L.A. So all this kind of stuff, starting a new league, it's a bag of chips for Fisher.
It made him a perfect candidate for this league, didn't it?
Absolutely. Beyond his football expertise, his football operations expertise, he was on the competition committee forever in the NFL, so all this stuff is kind of old hat for him. Been a great asset to the league.
He seemed rejuvenated when we met with him. So now a 3rd and 11 for Fisher's squad.
Say go.
Nor comes in motion. That's where Patterson looks first. He steps up through the pressure. Patterson wants to run with it, has some room to do so. And Patterson with his legs gets the first down.
Patterson escapes from the pocket out of bounds.
You know, we're getting a chance to hear this audio.
That's the Michigan first down.
And they use Texas. Texas means let's use a hard 2. They can't block him up front, so they're trying to slow him down somehow. Shea Patterson's done an excellent job using his feet to extend these plays. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. They're knocking on the door. It's been a little ugly, but they're banging away, trying to keep this drive alive. A big conversion on 3rd and 11.
Hey, Rip Oregon.
Yeah, we didn't get the sense he wanted to run this much, but finding success there. Give goes to Scarlett, and Scarlett down inside the 5.
There they go. Tire the front out a little bit, get a chance to run the ball. You hear him use the word Oregon. Oregon starts with an O. Maybe they're going on 1. Texas starts with a T. Maybe they're going on 2. So all that kind of stuff.
Good job, Bo.
There's a lot of language in football. It's fun for us to get a chance to listen in.
The coach is going to be mad at you giving away all their secrets here. We got a 3-0 ball game. Panthers knocking on the door as we start the 2nd quarter. Start of the 2nd quarter. Time now for the Player 360 presented by Carvana. Who else? Reggie Northrup. This dude's tough as nails. They need to stop right now for the Gamblers.
This guy is a tremendous leader. We have the access to the mic. Look at this guy. He's carving out a damn mountain. Now, he's the leader of this defense. They need these guys to step up right now.
Lucky.
2nd and goal. Best looking drive we've seen from Patterson. Scarlett the back next to him. Fake it. Scarlett was going out there with Patterson. Patterson fell down, stands back up, lost the football. Football's out. And they're running with it down the sideline. It's Northrup. Just as we said, down the sideline. Can he get there? And into the end zone. Takes it about 95 yards to the house.
Are you kidding me? This guy does it all.
That was good, and they got the ball loose.
Wow. You know, Michigan drives the ball down the field. When you were watching it, you felt like the Houston defense was in control of it. They were controlling the line of scrimmage, and a great example right there. Shea Patterson loses his feet. Gooden knocks it out. And our guy, Reggie Northrup, Florida State Seminole, MMA fighter, the leader of this defense. He's around the ball. Oh. Scoop and score. Wow.
That was clean on the scoop.
It sure was. Bend those knees.
Going for 2 here. Gibb goes up the middle. And he got there and looked like close, and he's in. Dalen Dawkins. Things change in a hurry. It looked like Patterson and company were about to go in for a touchdown to start the second quarter. Instead, just the opposite. 96-yard return to the house by Northrop. Hit the 2 points to go on top of it.
Yeah, and love the call by Kevin Sumlin. You get a big momentum play like that where you pick up a fumble, you run it back for a touchdown. Let's keep them on their heels. Let's go for 2. You put Dalen Dawkins in, kind of considered one of the receivers. You've seen him line up in the slot. They hand it off. They go north and south, and they knock it in. Houston up 11-0. Reggie Northrop a big part of it.
What do you make of the timing to go for 2 after a big defensive score? Offense is on the sideline. Interesting moment to go to it.
It sure is. You talk about sudden change all the time. Okay, this is a play down here where Houston's defense is on the field. They run it back. All of a sudden, Michigan's defense has to get on the field and get ready to stop a 2-point conversion. And again, I love the use of personnel by Sumlin. Put Dalen Dawkins, the smaller guy, the space guy in there, but then hand it to him. He loves his offensive line. Give it to him. They win the line of scrimmage, and they cash in. They put the pedal down and get after him.
We got some action. Vogel back on to send it deep. Devin Ross back deep to return. What do you think's running through the mind of Shea Patterson as he gets ready to run right back on the field?
He's done a really nice job functioning in a tough environment so far. Bad field position on the first drive. They've been harassed him the whole day. You just got to keep his poise and try to string a couple first downs together.
Ross bobbled it at first, finally picks it up and takes it out to the 26-yard line. That's where the Panthers will take over. Here's Patterson one more time.
You know, when you go down in a situation like that, the only thing you got to think about as a quarterback is don't make a bad play into a disastrous play. He tries to keep it alive. The ball's not secure. Gooden knocks it out. And there's Reggie Northrop. And one of the things we talked about with Reggie was the MMA conditioning.
Yeah.
He feels like he's in great shape. Tell you what, he needs it here. He just runs touchdown, 88 yards for a touchdown. Now he's right back out there. He needs to take a breath, though.
Here we go, here we go.
Yeah, he was telling us, I never get tired after I'm doing this MMA. I bet he's pretty tired right now.
We'll see.
Going right back out onto the field. Up and pumping by the end of that run. Let's go down to Lewis. Lewis, what you got?
Well, listen, Jason Garrett was just talking about what a great job you guys have done as a front seven, all the MMA training, everything you've been doing, but then the scoop and score. Take us back to that play and how it all developed.
Oh, yeah, man. My D linemen, they staying hungry, getting after the quarterback. You know, they made a mistake on their end. He got up. We capitalized off of it. Ball came out, bend over, scoop and score technique, textbook, scoop and score practice. We take it to the crib. A little tired, but we good, man. We back out there trying to get as much 3 and outs as possible this game.
And with your conditioning, I mean, has that MMA training, conditioning, does it kick in and help you here in the USFL play?
Yeah, it definitely does. But all the adrenaline rush right now from being the first game.
I'm not the ball. Please don't hit me, all
I'm
right?
feeling it right now. Even like a little. So let me just regulate my energy, and I'll be back good. But, yeah, it definitely gives me an advantage on the football field.
And how much fun are you having now with this game, now being on the field, actually playing this game?
I'm having a blast, man. It's been a while since I've been on the field, since the XFL, so this is fun.
Excellent start. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you guys very much. And we got a quarterback change happening right now after the first down. Paxton Lynch into the game says he can't hear anything. He may be calling plays himself. There you got Patterson walking back off the sideline.
Can you
Get a timeout here, see if we can get the audio into Paxton Lynch's helmet.
Jeff Fisher told us that we're going to see both quarterbacks. Here's our first look at Paxton Lynch, and I like what Jeff Fisher did there. There was a communication issue. He said, hey, I'm just going to take a timeout. Rather than putting Paxton in his first play, he's not sure what the heck's going on. Get everybody on the same page. Let's take a breath. let's give him a chance to get going here.
That ever happen in the NFL?
Oh, it sure does.
And what do?
I like the idea of running out and telling the quarterback what the play is. That's always plan one.
Yeah.
But you got to get ready for signals. You got to get ready to substitute guys. A lot of different ways to handle it. But the best way is run out to the numbers. Come meet me. I'll tell you the play. Old school playground.
That throws you back to high school football.
Sure does.
So Paxton Lynch, former first-round pick in the NFL, Denver Bronco. Give goes to Scott. Scott breaks the tackle. Now Scott gets close to the first down line. Pick up a 9 on first down.
You know, Paxton came out in that 2016 draft. Jared Goff, Carson Wentz. We drafted Dak Prescott in Dallas, and you know, he was one of these really impressive athletes coming out of Memphis. Productive career there. He's a big guy. He's a tremendous athlete. He's got a big arm. And he's had a circuitous route here these first 4 or 5 years. Just a great opportunity for him.
6'7" quarterback. Let's see that every day. It goes to Scott. A couple good runs back-to-back there by Stevie Scott.
And this is the quarterback's best friend. When you first go out there, get the running game going, win the line of scrimmage, get your lineman coming off the ball. Get comfortable before they're asking you to do too much. You mentioned 6'7". He's a big guy, but he's also a run threat. He's an outstanding athlete.
Chop Oregon! Set, go!
Scarlett back into the game. Lynch scrambles away. Both these quarterbacks can use their legs. And now Paxton Lynch slides down, picks up 7 with his legs.
Yeah, 6'7", 245 pounds. You think he might be a statue back there, but a tremendous runner in college. One of the things that everybody liked about him, not only his powerful arm, but his athleticism, and a good glimpse of it right there. He's big in the pocket. He can see down the field, and then he's hard to tackle. It's a good start for him so far.
Here you go. Hey, Rock, Texas. Rock, Texas. Set, go. Go.
Snap and just picks it up and takes a couple hits after he just was unable to gather it.
Yeah, don't let the bad play become a disastrous play. Just scoop it, get north and south. Keep yourself in a manageable third down situation. This looked like the snap was a little bit wide.
Sean Pollard, the center from Clemson, played with Trevor Lawrence, played with Deshaun Watson, couple national championships on his resume. That snap not right down the middle. He's a team captain at Clemson, team captain with the Panthers as well.
Both these teams like empty.
Shout Oregon! Set, go!
3rd and 5. Lynch looking down the middle. Good looking throw, but dropped by Lenore.
That's a catchable ball by Lance Lenore. They jump into empty. They put Lance in the slot, and he just wins inside on a slant route. It's a good release. It's a good throw. He didn't finish it. Let the ball get into his shoulder pads a little bit instead of plucking it with his hands. It's a missed opportunity for Michigan.
Brings Carrizosa back on to punt. Likely back deep to receive it. And down to the 10-yard line, and that's where the Gamblers will take over. So still looking for these quarterbacks, big-name quarterbacks, looking for them to do something on the Panther side.
Is looking at you, kid.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
Yo,
Timmy? I'm here.
You're a space criminal now. Are you ready to make history, homie?
That's what's up.
Well, I'm the father of the bride.
Are you a true medium?
Yes, I am.
The future, I can see it.
Life matters more than love.
Let us take a sightseeing tour.
Welcome to the Space Jam.
Who are you under there?
I'm vengeance. Venus and Serena gonna shake up this world.
Steps on the beach count just as much as normal steps. They just lead somewhere better. Corona Premier. Lower carbs, lower calories. Is your light beer Premier?
When you have auto glass damage, trust SafeLight. This dad and daughter were driving when they got a crack in their windshield.
It's okay. Pull over.
He wouldn't take his car just anywhere, so he brought it to SafeLight. We replaced the windshield and recalibrated their car's advanced safety system, so features like automatic emergency braking will work properly. All right, all finished.
Wow, that's great. Thanks.
Stay safe with SafeLight. Schedule now.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Finished. All clean. Well, almost. Don't worry, I cleaned around it.
The Roomba J7 Plus robot vacuum can avoid important business like your dogs. iRobot, so you can human.
And Mondays on USA, don't miss the pulse-pounding, nonstop action of Monday Night Raw, featuring WWE superstars Cody Rhodes and Bianca Belair. Monday Night Raw, Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on USA. So Coach Michigan's had one fumble on each of their drives. Give goes to Thompson. And Thompson has no room. That's Myrick in the backfield. But one fumble each of their drives. This is just week one stuff? What do you think's going on?
I think a little bit. The snap was wide on Paxton. Shea Patterson falls down on the other one. A little bit of a wet field, maybe a wet ball. As much as anything else, an example of quarterbacks just making sure that the bad play doesn't become a disaster. Paxton Lynch did a good job managing it. Shea Patterson not quite as good a job.
Red 80. Red 80. So go. Go.
Second and long now. Thorson looking for Ward. Ward diving for it, but just one hop. Hey, Lewis, you're down there on the field. What are the conditions like? I know we had rain, thunderstorms before the game. It's cooled. It's chilled out. The weather looks better now. Is it wet, though?
No, not really. It's amazing because the rain was pretty heavy and the field has done pretty good by draining that water. I was talking to an official a moment ago and he said the field is damp and the balls that are being put on the field for play are really not getting wet, and they haven't had any extra requests to shuttle balls back and forth because they are too wet. And as I see these balls standing next to me waiting to go in the game, they seem pretty dry, so not sure what the issue is.
Well, I guess we'll pull that excuse right off the table then.
Yeah.
3rd and 12 here.
Red 19. So go.
Thorson dribbles. He's under pressure. Thorson head. This could be a potential safety. TJ Carter got him right at the goal line. They may mark it at the half-yard line. That's what they'll do.
Hey, get set early. Light. Here, one. Tight punt. Tight.
And we've been talking a lot about the Houston front seven. Michigan says, hey, we play defense too. Again, pressure on third down's been a theme. Frank Ginda down the middle, unblocked by Houston. And the big number 96, TJ Carter, wins inside. A heck of a job by Clayton Thorson holding on to the ball. I think they might have got a break. Not calling this thing a safety. I think Jeff Fisher's going to try to buy a little time and see if it should be one.
Not out of trouble yet, punting from the half-yard line there. Mike Pereira, what are you seeing right now?
I'm going to block this with my field.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff Fisher may have given him more time, but he's given more time to see that the call on the field was correct. Watch, the ball's going to be out at the half-yard line when he's driven back into the end zone. So a terrific spot by the officials, and it would not have been a good challenge by Jeff Fisher had he elected to challenge it.
I'll tell you what I think Jeff's trying to do is he's going to try to block this thing now. One of the challenges here when you're punting, when you're backed up, typically it's 14 or 15 yards for the punter. He's got just over 10 here. So Jeff's got them all up in there. I think he's going after this thing.
Here they come. Gallett's able to get the punt off in a hurry. It's a wobbly kick. Walker gets underneath of it, and Joe Walker around the left side. Joe Walker has some speed. Joe Walker cuts it back. And Walker all the way to the house. Flag down. Flag came in right behind the play.
Hey, Drew, get your ass in my way again. I'm going to pop your ass again. I'm going to pop your ass again, Drew. Do it again. Do it again.
During the return, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, illegal blindside block on the return team, number 10. It's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It'll be 1st and 10, Michigan.
That's Vainicolo. Unnecessary roughness. Here's what occurred.
Yeah, bottom of the screen on the right there, you see Vainicolo. It's really a blindside block. It's nearly a clip. League has done a great job adopting many of the rules that keep players safe. It's an example of crossing over that line. Here's the helmet cam. Interesting, though, Michigan goes to try to block the punt, and they return it for a touchdown. Minus Vanicola's unnecessary roughness. They're still in great field position.
We saw Jeff Fisher spend so much time with that special team unit. 11-0, Houston. IndyCar's month of May kicks off in Barbaras, just 17 miles away from Protective Stadium. And the countdown is on to the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indy 500. It's all on Peacock and NBC. So the Panthers going to take over at the 42 after the penalty. Catch by Walker. Walker makes a man miss after the punt return. He took back for a touchdown. This time will lose a couple.
Again, you see this Houston defense. They do such a great job running the football. Michigan tries to get the drive started with a quick screen. Watch all the white shirts sprint to the ball. Do a great job containing the outside edge. Give the defensive line a chance to get there. Good look at Tomasi making the play.
Got a little chippy after that play, too. I don't know if you saw. Coach Fisher stepped out there to break things up.
Hey, Lucky Oregon. Lucky Oregon. Zach, go.
So now it's Paxton Lynch as they continue to rotate these quarterbacks. Lynch under pressure. Doesn't matter who they put in the game if you can't block them.
Yeah, Houston's winning the line of scrimmage in the run game and in the play-action game. There's guys in the quarterback's face. A really good job by Paxton Lynch, just living for another day. Get out of Dodge. They don't feel great about being able to run the ball right now. The protection hasn't been real good. Let's try to move the quarterback. Houston did a good job containing him. A good decision at the end of the down by Paxton. Now we got 3rd and 13.
Rock.
It has been punt, fumble, punt. First 4 drives, now 3rd and long, backed up after the punt return. It was called back. See Walker at the bottom of the screen. He's calling for the football. Lynch steps up. Lynch going to run, and Lynch lost the football again. That's Gooden who got it loose. Gooden's been all over the field in a turnover. Abernathy jumped on.
Paxton getting out of the pocket. He's climbing. Put the ball away, Paxton. There's Gooden one more time. And there they are. The Houston Gamblers are everywhere. Opportunistic, getting it done.
The USFL is making Birmingham the pro football capital of America.
It's going to be history in its making.
More fun for everyone at the best game in town.
We would definitely have a good time.
Nothing beats live football.
$10 a ticket, kids get in free.
That's fantastic.
It's all going to be right here.
I love it. The new stadium is awesome.
It's exciting.
You're ready to have a good time? Come on out.
You got to be there. The USFL. Buy tickets today at theusfl.com.
Gambler defense has been flying around. It was Gooden that got it loose. I'm not Gooden. Micah Abernathy dives in for the recovery. Great family history. Reverend Ralph Abernathy's grandson, close friend, and mentor of Martin Luther King Jr. Incredible piece of American history.
Sure is.
Down. Red 80. Red 80. So go.
Thompson in the backfield next to Thorson. Thorson gets it to JoJo Ward. He's the speedster. Ward gains the first down.
Good drive started by Kevin Sumlin to get Clayton out on the edge. And JoJo Ward's a guy that Clayton Thorson talked a lot about. One of those guys they just simply want to get the ball in his hands.
Here we go. Right void
Move
home,
the pocket.
70X missile.
5%ers throw. Get this drive started. Get this Michigan Panther defense on their heels.
Blue 80. Blue 80. So go.
Here's Thorson. Thorson, back to pass, throws low, and Ward unable to gather it, incomplete.
And that's how they want to use him. High percentage throws, hand him reverses, throw him quick screens. And those are the kind of plays you just simply have to execute. You know, throw and catch. Even if it's a 2 or 3 yard gain, you make the down and distance that much more manageable. Too many missed opportunities early where they're not as efficient as they need to be.
2 on 2, ready? Oh my God.
JoJo Ward walked on in Hawaii. He said it was the best decision he ever made. Locals just take you in. 2nd and 10 now for Thorson. And pressure that left early. That was TJ Carter.
Hey.
That caused the whistle.
Too. You know what that is.
Offside, unabated the quarterback, number 96, defense. 5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
Hey, big drop right here.
Good job by Clayton Thorson using the hard count there. Again, a lot of starts at Northwestern. He's played a lot of football, understanding kind of the leadership part of the quarterback position. Unsuccessful on 1st and 10. Let's come back and use a hard count.
First sound, right?
To get ourselves back to 2nd and 5. Now he's going quick count. So using the hard count, using the quick count to keep them on their heels.
Down.
It goes to Thompson. Thompson can break some tackles. He does here. Thompson into the secondary, carrying defenders. Cruising for that first down. Bruising for that first down.
This is the guy they want to get the ball to. They just simply want to hand it to this guy. And when they do, good things happen. 240 pounds.
Here we go.
Good change of direction, good spin, good finish. The guy runs with determination. Just heard Clayton talk about double post. Looks like they're taking a shot here.
Go under center for that play. First down for Thorson. Thorson's got pressure on him, though, and Thorson is hit hard in the backfield. Jamison Houston flying in. Flags fly at the end of it.
Yep.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 1, defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
All right, Mike Pereira, you like this call?
Yes.
What'd you see?
Yeah, I do, Jack, as I'm looking at it here. Watch what he's going to do. He's going to pick him up and then drive him into the ground on his head. And that's one of the things in the protection of the quarterback. Take him to the ground, fine, but don't lift him and drive him down into the ground. I like the call. I will stay with that call.
What do you want the defender to do there, Mike?
Gently put him down to the ground, Jack.
Okay. At least we said it. I like that. I appreciate that, Mike. Take care of the quarterback. Dawkins in the backfield, and Dawkins gets the football. Over the left side, Dawkins has some speed, some quickness, and a first down. That was Nick Buchanan getting out in front.
They got a really nice combination of backs here. You know, Mark Thompson's the big back. Dalen Dawkins is the smaller, quicker back. They love to get him on the edges. Big hit on the sidelines. That's Sean Williams, former Navy captain. Roman sideline to sideline, making big hits, but a good run by Dawkins. Brian Dawkins' nephew. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, yeah. And really a big penalty on Houston. They've been really backed up instead. Now they're inside the 20, make it inside to down to the 11-yard line. Here, Dawkins starting to get it going. Sean Williams on the stop.
It sure was. It was a quarterback sack. They bring the corner off the nub side. Houston makes the sack. They get the roughing the passer. They get the 15 yards, and now 2 positive runs. They're knocking on the door. They're on the 12-yard line.
25 on one-on-one. Ready? Under. I take ball. Down.
So we've seen the spread look. Now we get the power offensive look out of the Gamblers.
Yeah, Woo, 80, go.
Thorson, play action. Pressure in his face again. Gets a throw into the air. Caught for the touchdown. Isaiah Zuber.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, it's a big-time throw and catch for Houston. There's Clayton Thorson with a big smile on his face. They go play action to the left. There's pressure in his face. Clayton does a good job giving his receiver a chance. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if he's trying to throw the corner route to Brandon Barnes or the go route to Zuber. Two guys in the same spot. Clayton does a good job keeping it high, and Zuber does the rest. Big time play for Houston. Again, they're going for two.
Going for two, coach. Here we go. That was the first offensive touchdown. I'll go right back. Line up for the two-point conversion. Give goes to Dawkins. Dawkins has speed, less power. I'm surprised it's not Thompson in the game there, and Dawkins stopped short.
Yeah, not this time. They gave it to Dawkins on the previous two-point try. He got it in. Michigan was ready for it this time. But a great drive by Houston, cashing in on the field position, taking advantage of the big 15-yard penalty, running the ball. They make the big throw and catch for the touchdown. They got a good mix on offense. They got a big runner. They got a smaller runner. Clayton Thorson doing a good job managing it all right now. 17-0 Houston. A lot of time left on the clock, but Michigan's got to get something going.
What did you think of the throw here by Thorson?
I thought he did a good job here. He's got a little pressure in his face. He's falling back, but he doesn't leave it short. Again, two Houston gamblers in the same area. Worst thing you can do here is leave it short. Make it your guy or nobody. He finds Zuber in the back of the end zone, and Isaiah does the rest.
A big lead now for Houston getting out in front. 17-zip as we're ticking down to 5 in this first half.
It's just been hard for Michigan on offense up to this point. Even when they've had some drives that they've been able to sustain, okay, it's just been difficult. That front seven of Houston's been the story. And really, I give a tremendous amount of credit to Tim Lewis, their defensive coordinator. Houston's been outstanding on defense so far. It's been the story of the game.
Vogel sends it deep. Scarlett back deep to receive. Scarlett catches it at the 20-yard line. Dancing in just across the 31. And we've noticed the Panthers defense, Chase Demore, has been some rough communication on that side of the ball. Let's listen in.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. Come on. What, shaking his boots?
That's why I keep telling y'all can't be turned. You got to be on the edge.
Hey, you need to listen when I tell you. Why are you getting out, bro? I'm just talking. I'm just talking to you. Get out my face.
Listen, Coach, that's Demore, right? So Demore, he's got a little reality TV back there. There's a little reality TV right there.
Sure was.
He was on that Too Hot to Handle show. Guy with 2.2 million TikTok followers. He's out there fighting on the field.
And, you know, there's a fine line. You ask guys to go out there and compete and lay it all on the line, and then come to the sidelines. You know, you have to somehow, some way stay on the same page. You have to be able to be honest with each other, but you got to communicate the right way, always putting the team first, and they'll be able to do that as they continue to try to build the chemistry and culture on this football team as the season goes on.
And both of those lost Michigan fumbles resulted in touchdowns the other way. Here's Lynch now back into the game. Finds a bow. Set up a 3rd and short.
Hey, left dot, lightning. Left dot, lightning.
Looks like they're jumping on the ball here on 3rd and short.
Left dot, lightning. Left dot, lightning.
Left dot, lightning.
Lightning. Here we go. Hey, rock out here.
Paxton Lynch keeping himself. Paxton Lynch mumbling. Heard some of that Josh Allen word thrown around. Is that what we're looking at?
You know, left dot lightning is dot left. It's a 2-by-2 formation with those 2 tight ends on the ball. Lightning clearly is a quarterback run to the left-hand side, and why not? You know, Josh Allen so successful up there in Buffalo with those quarterback runs. Paxton Lynch has a lot of that same skill set. He's a big guy, he's an athletic guy. He's got good feet, he's strong. So 3rd and 2 is probably their best option.
Rock Oregon!
3:30 left in the half. Lynch gives. That's Scarlett. No room there for Scarlett. 2nd and 10. Victor with the stop.
Think how many times you've said no room for the runner so far. And again, the story of this game for me has been this front seven of the Houston Gamblers. They're just doing an outstanding job. They're setting edges on the defense. They're running to the ball. They're just making it hard on Michigan.
4 down. 4. Hey, rock. 4. Here we go. Hey, rock, Texas. Rock, Texas. Go.
Lynch drops. Looking right, but he's intercepted likely. waiting on it. It's stolen away from Lynch.
Yeah. Turnovers have been the story of the game so far. It's been fumbles up to this point. This is just a poor decision by Paxton Lynch. He's got those seam routes running. He's got an out route outside. Just leaves the ball inside. Good job getting depth and width by Will Likely getting out underneath it. But a poor decision by Paxton Lynch and a poor throw. And to be honest with you, Paxton Lynch is one of those guys who has a tremendous amount of potential. We know that. That's why he's a first-round pick in the National Football League. But he needs to play. He needs to see defenses, learn how to become a better decision maker, and that's what the league is for. It's a great opportunity for him to grow.
3 turnovers now for Michigan. Here's Thompson on a first down carry, and Thompson met by Myrick in the backfield. Lewis.
All right, Will, take us back to that play, the pick and then the run back down the field.
Just reading his eyes, man, making plays. Jamar gave me a good China call. Get my eyes out there. You know, that's how we help each other. We all make plays together.
I saw you throw the ball to somebody in the stands. Who was that?
Oh, that's my pops, man.
Oh, your father?
That's my pops. Yeah, we here. Awesome. We live. Belgrade, Malt City, we here.
All right.
For sure.
Good stuff. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
It's a great play by Likely.
What are we looking at here?
I don't even know. I see the iPad.
Okay.
Here's Thorson scrambling around, and Thorson hits Zuber on the sideline.
Really nice shot by Clayton Thorson using his feet. There's pressure in his face. He gets out of the pocket. Zuber does a good job working back to him. A big conversion there for Houston.
It's a one-time.
17-0 game. Look at this, though, Coach. Likely goes over, gives the football to his pops. It's a beautiful thing.
So athletic. Make sure you get that.
Back in Birmingham, we just saw a great defensive play by Will Likely, and this is his father who he brought the ball to a moment ago. So what was it like to sit up in the stands and watch your son make that play?
Really exciting for Will, man. It's been a long time coming. Really excited for him.
He's just having that father-to-father conversation, so you've been watching him since he began the game. Tell us about the journey to here.
Oh, man, it's been a long journey. By way of Belgrade, Florida, Glade Central, Maryland. He was All-American. His name is on the wall forever in Maryland. And, you know, he was cut short with a knee injury, but he's 100% healthy, and it shows today.
It sure did, and I'm sure he's hoping that this USFL opportunity gives him another chance at the next level. Thanks so much. Enjoy, Dad.
How cool is that? It's a family affair out here in the USFL.
You know, I'll tell you, last night we did the post-game show, so we're all standing there, and the game's over, and the number of players we saw go over to the stands and give their mom a hug, give their dad a hug, brothers and sisters there, wives, kids. It was a tremendous atmosphere. And, you know, we talk about the opportunities and dreams and all that. It's not just for the player, it's for everybody.
A lot of pride in those stands.
Absolutely.
Will Likely led Maryland with 6 interceptions back in 2014, bringing the same thing this week. Here goes Thompson, bringing that power down to the 10-yard line.
Kevin Sumlin has thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning. The old Chuck Muncie and Tony Galbraith from the New Orleans Saints in the mid-'70s. You know, you got the big runner in Thompson. You got the smaller, quicker, faster guy in Dawkins. And Kevin Sumlin's using them beautifully now.
Right,
it's fantastic. A good mix in their running game. Get Thorson out on the edge. Doing a nice job with his offense. Putting pressure on this Michigan defense.
Green 80. So go.
Gambler's going to inflict some damage here before halftime. Gain of 3. That was Sean Williams coming in to make the play defensively.
Yeah, and this clock is ticking, but they got plenty of time. They got 3 timeouts. They're inside the 10-yard line, so they're in no hurry here. They're going to keep running this football till Michigan stops them.
Here we go.
You with me?
Here we go. Right, H in, H on one-on-one. Ready?
60 seconds left in the half. Thorson taking his time.
Blue 80. Blue 80. To go.
Thorson gives it to Ratliff Williams, and Ratliff Williams can't find any room. Genda, Frank Genda, from his linebacker spot, made his way into the backfield.
Looks like Houston used a timeout here, and they've been mixing the run game between Dawkins and Thompson. And now they try to get Ratliff Williams, one of their faster receivers, on the edge with fly sweep. Excellent job by Michigan's defense, setting the edge and knocking him back a little bit. And a good timeout by Kevin Sumlin just to take a breath. You got 45 seconds. You got 3rd and goal. Let's listen in to Kevin.
You want to go squirrel? Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Right squeeze. 11. Right squeeze half.
6-13 squirrel.
6-13 squirrel.
You know, Jack, I absolutely love that. That's why Kevin Sumlin's been such a good coach for a long time. Why his quarterbacks have played so well. In this situation, there's a lot of plays the coach might like. Which one does the quarterback like? He said, hey, you like squirrel? Yeah, let's go with squirrel. You know, they decide together to give Clayton his best chance.
Let's figure out what squirrel is.
Go.
3rd and goal from deep. 10-yard line is where Thorson will take it. Thorson looking across the middle. Dangerous throw.
How is that not a flag?
Looking for Brandon Barnes. Stewart was there in better position defensively.
I love Thorson's comment. How is that not a flag there? They get in a bunch set. Clayton tries to work the inside receiver. Really good job driving on the football by Orion Stewart, and that's what we talked about. He's got great feel, great instinct back there. Kind of read Clayton's eyes, drove on the ball. It's a big stop for Michigan to keep this game manageable.
Got a Galifianakis alert here, Coach. Vogel back on. He's 1 for 1.
The hangover.
And a whistle.
Please reset the play clock to 25 seconds.
Hey! What are you doing that for? Hey, we're good! Because we get the...
After a brief pause, here's Vogel's attempt. Off the upright. Sends it flying into the air, so that'll send Vogel into 1 for 2 territory.
Yeah, that's a big victory for the Michigan defense now. Houston goes down the field. Opportunity to really put the pedal down and put this game out of reach. Snap, hold. Looks like he just pulled it a little bit. That's a big stop for them right there. Just somehow, some way, psychologically, 17-0 is better going into halftime, and only got 38 seconds. You know, in this situation right here, why not try to get a little something started? And if you like it, keep it alive. Big issue for Michigan now is no timeouts.
Bigger issue for Michigan is all these results. Interception, fumble, punt, fumble, punt. There's just been one turnover-worthy play after another. Everybody's so excited to see these quarterbacks. Patterson, Paxton Lynch, we've seen both of them. And the results just have not been there so far.
Rip Texas. Say go. Go.
Charlotte, and he'll run this clock into the half, it appears. 20 seconds remaining in the half. That clock's winding down.
Left truck, Charlie 5. Left truck,
and
left
they'll just
truck.
let this
Charlie
remaining
5.
10 seconds wind down.
Hey, let's go Rock, Oregon. Rock, Oregon. Say go.
This will be the final play of the first half. Michigan's going to have plenty to talk about in their halftime, Coach. What do you think?
Yeah, they got to find a way to block this front seven of Houston. And to be honest with you, the energy of the Houston defense has been really impressive. It's been the story of the game so far. So somehow, some way, Michigan's got to find a way to get some positive plays, get themselves into a little bit of rhythm on offense, regardless of who the quarterback is.
17-0 Gamblers at the half. With the pick of the two, talking Lynch and Patterson?
I think I'd go back to Shea Patterson, to be honest with you, Jack, and just give him an opportunity again. If you think about his drives, the first drive that he got, he was backed up with some bad field position, came back and gave Paxton his opportunity. I'd go back to Shea and see what he has, and then reserve the right to come back to Paxton as the game unfolds.
Thorson, 6 of 13, has a touchdown, 52 yards. Patterson for Lynch has been a different story. The ball has been on the ground or in trouble when it's in the air for the entirety of that first half.
And a big part of that, though, is the Houston Gamblers front seven. We've been talking about it really all game long, and give Tim Lewis, the Houston defensive coordinator, credit. Give Mark Snyder, the linebacker coach, credit. Talk about focusing on us. They came into this game saying, we're going to play fundamentally sound. We're going to run to the ball. We're going to tackle. We're going to be opportunistic, and that's what they've done. They're picking up fumbles. They're intercepting passes. They've been the story of the game.
Still well within striking distance, as you know. Ability to go for the 3-point play, 2-point plays. We'll see how aggressively Coach Fisher wants to play and try to fight their way back into the football game.
And these players are learning and growing. These teams are learning and growing. So how does Houston handle the prosperity? Okay, do they stay aggressive and keep after them like they did the first 30 minutes of this game? And obviously, how does Michigan respond to the adversity of the first half?
Vogel, he was 1 for 2, hit 1 field goal, other one he hit right off the upright on to begin the second half. Cam Scarlett back deep to receive. Deep kick, Scarlett with an opportunity, as there always is. Scarlett out to just the 26-yard line. Let's go down to Lewis.
Jack, I talked with both coaches a few moments ago. Kevin Sumlin said they thought he thought they ran the ball pretty well. No real issues with penalties. But what he wants to see in the second half is more in the passing game. So we'll see what happens there with the Gamblers. And then with Fisher, it's kind of obvious. He said we have to protect the football. And then he said this: we know more about our opponent, and our opponent is ourselves. So they come out now leading 17 points, and he feels like they can do something here in the second half.
Yeah, Lewis, it was cool to see Shea Patterson willing to get up in front of the team right after Coach Fisher's message, too. One thing to lead in the locker room, another thing to lead on the field. Patterson is the quarterback to begin the second.
Oh, you got KOR?
And this is big. The first drive of the second half, when you're down 17-0, will set the tone for the final 30 minutes.
High expectations with Patterson being that first overall pick in this USFL draft. Give goes to Stevie Scott. Stevie Scott has 6 on a first down run.
Pick him up, pick him up.
And it's a good play to start. You see the Los Angeles Rams and some of the other teams around the National Football League use this. It's fly sweep motion, meaning they're taking a receiver across the formation to splash a little water, and then they just run an inside zone play. Good job coming off the ball and having a positive first down run.
Close. Here we go.
It's still a 2-score game. 17-0, 2-score game.
Say go.
Sure is.
Here we go, Stevie Scott. Stevie Scott has a little space and picks up a first down. So after the conversation at halftime, coming out the right way.
They sure are. And they've controlled the line of scrimmage. Stevie Scott, certainly a very accomplished runner, coming out of Indiana. But a good job by that Michigan offensive line, controlling the line of scrimmage and giving them some space.
Go.
It goes right back to Scott. And Stevie Scott's just around another first down, marking a little short. Got 3 years at Indiana, scored 10 touchdowns each season he played there with the Hoosiers.
I think they talked about their plan at halftime was come out and run the football. Really good job by this offensive line. Excellent offensive line coach Neil Callaway. Actually was the head coach here at UAB for a long time. Played at Alabama for Coach Bear Bryant. He got these guys going.
Halt. Set, go!
Fake the end around. Give goes to Scarlett. And one big chunk after another to start the second half.
A lot of positive plays. And, you know, we talked about the front seven of Houston in the first half being so dominant, playing with energy. You don't see that same energy right now. Michigan's ability to control the line of scrimmage and run the football, pretty obvious here at the start of the second half.
Sean Pollard out of Clemson, the leader of that offensive line, getting good push up front.
Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Chop. Hey, Wake. Chop. Morgan.
Got to skip.
Skip. Hey, skip over here. Skip. Here we go. Hot. Morgan, hot. Let's go.
A lot of communication. Patterson steps up and through the pocket, tried to escape. Pressure all over him. Now gets the pass away. Scarlett has it. Pick up 9 yards creatively.
And that's what you love about Shea Patterson.
It wasn't skip.
It looks a little ugly now. There's pressure in his face. He climbs the pocket. He moves. He's got people around him. Somehow keeps his eyes down the field and finds Scarlett. Scarlett's an excellent receiver.
Quarterback sneak.
Like it.
Not going to worry about it. Just go get it.
Yeah, going fast. On second and short, let's get on the line of scrimmage. Let's go quarterback sneak. Let's keep these guys on their heels. A really good start by Michigan here. And Houston's not playing with the same energy. They need to stop here. Okay, knock them back like they did all throughout the first half.
Can you hear me, Shay? Can you hear me? He can now. Perfect. He just thumbs up.
Hey, gang it.
Check.
Hey, Betty. Hey, left truth. Come here. So go.
Yes, sir. And keep it on the ground.
Be ready.
Just a couple this time. Heard that coach communication, trying to figure out if Patterson could hear him, gave him the thumbs up to say yes. It appears they got it back up and running.
Left Dutch, echo one. Left Dutch, echo one.
It's like he can hear you, but then he looks at me.
Lucky Oregon.
I don't know what the
Lucky Oregon. Lucky. Say go.
Now Patterson, play action, he's rolling. He's been dangerous in this scenario. Now Patterson finds Lenore. Chains continue to move. Just got to get Patterson outside the pocket a little bit.
Yeah, when you run the football, all of a sudden these plays come alive. They're in the pistol formation. They go naked out of the pistol, and it is where Shea's at his best. He's a really good athlete. Get him out in space. A good hands catch, strong hand catch by Lenore.
Okay,
on the boundary, getting his feet down. First and goal at the 8.
Alpha one. Hey, Rip Ohio. So go.
Rips left here from Patterson. Man comes in motion. Give goes to Stevie Scott. He's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's really
Reggie
fun.
Northup.
Yeah, it's really fun to hear a lot of this audio, the quarterbacks, the coaches, the different players talking to each other. In general, R words to the right, L words to the left. You're hearing Rip Ohio, Lucky Oregon, all of that kind of stuff. So again, we're on a quest to crack this code here. I don't have anything yet, but I'm getting there. So
Amen.
We're going to do this all together, Jack, and see if we can figure out these offenses as we go.
All right, let's go chop Oregon.
It's an honor to be a part of that journey with you, Coach. Second and goal here. Panthers need points badly. Lenore breaks free. Lenore has a little room out there. Dives for the catch. Touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Lance Lenore.
The Frenchman.
How about that to start the half?
Hey, they went chop Oregon, so I'm thinking what chop is to the 3 receiver side. They take the inside most receiver, in this case Lenore, and they run him to the corner.
Catch 7.
It's really a good decision and throw by Shea Patterson. He knows it's man-to-man coverage. He knows the outside cover guys are going to have to cover the outside receivers working back inside. Ball's a little behind. He gives him a chance, and Lance Lenore finishes it. Absolutely love Lance Lenore's competitive spirit. The guy's a warrior. Looks like they're going for 2 here, Jack.
Yeah, they're going for 2, but Coach Fisher doesn't like something. He's calling a timeout, and he's hot over on the sideline, ripping his headset off.
Hey, yeah. What's that?
That's the play. Hey, that's a hell of a job. We can't. The communication's out. We're going to get two here. We're going to get two. Nice going. Let's go. Got it.
Ride. Hey, here we go. Let's go. Ride, left duck low, 25 deuce firm. Ride, left duck low.
Go get it, guys. Go get it. Hunt it up.
It's been a great drive by Michigan to come out in the second half after playing the first half that you played really in all three phases was not what they wanted. A great response here. Started with the runs. They started making some big plays in the passing game by moving Shea, and then the touchdown conversion. Now they're going for two to try to make it a one-score game, Jack.
Couple tight ends in the game, couple receivers. They'll go empty on a two-point try.
Oregon. Say go.
A lot of men in the middle. Pressure gets there quickly. Able to escape it is Patterson. Looking downfield, looking for a receiver. That's Walker, but unable to connect. So a 17-6 game, but points to begin the half here for the Panthers.
Tim Lewis went blitz there to put a little pressure on Shea. He extends the play. Good look at Lance Lenore finishing the touchdown drive for Michigan. We got ourselves a ball game, Jack.
Medical services for the USFL are provided by UAB Sports and Exercise Medicine. Michael Carrizosa on to punt, but will likely back deep to receive. Already has an interception in this game as well. Coming out. Spirited halftime conversation right down the field for a touchdown. Two-point conversion, no good. Here's Likely out to the 35-yard line. And, Coach, I want to try something here. We got Kevin Sumlin calling in the plays to Thorson. What do you say we sit back and just listen to a drop?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. 71. Hitch. Slant. There we go. Right, 71, hitch, slant on one-on-one. Ready?
Okay, here's what I'm betting. We got hitches on one side, we got slants on the other side. How about that?
You're all over it.
I'm cracking this code, Jack.
Yeah.
They're in a right formation. 71's the protection. And again, he's got hitches on one side and slant on the other side.
Blue 80. Blue 80. So go. Good job.
Works the hitch side to JoJo Ward.
They're jumping it.
JoJo Ward.
Right.
Back to Los Angeles.
Right, hack, 18-4. Right, hack, 18-4. Hey, you see that, JoJo?
12, yeah.
Right? Now they're jumping it.
Yeah.
It
Hey.
was illegal. It was a very legal block.
Yeah, we got a player down. It's Ada.
You see that?
Bowie.
Get 3 yards in it. Get it. Hugo. Hey, Hugo. Yep.
Wally, next time run is off the sideline as fast as you can before it hits.
As we wait on the injury, you heard Thorson come over and say, hey, they're jumping it. Let's go for a Hugo. Hugo being a hitch and go.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thorson making his ideas known to Coach Sumlin over there.
You like that as a coach?
He wants to take a shot. Absolutely. You have to have that communication between the quarterback and the coach. The guys in the field see it better than anybody. They feel it better than anybody. So that communication is critical. 18-4, so I bet is a run to the right.
Blue 80. Blue 80. So go.
Okay, all right, here we go. Let's go. Squeeze. 604. Squeeze, right squeeze, 11. Right squeeze, 604.
11. Watch the blitzes, straight down. There we go. Right squeeze, 604 on two. Ready?
Interesting, the language of the offense, mix the numbers and using words, kind of a combination of things here. 604 might be working the route to him.
Blue 80. Blue 80. So go. Go.
Got both teams pointed at the opposite side. TJ Carter moved, Higbee moved as well. Who are they going to get?
False start. Number 77. Offense. 5-yard penalty. It's still third down.
Tyler Higbee, the guilty party.
Using hard counts, the best friend of the offensive line is to slow that defensive line down, but you need to have discipline up front in order to use it. You don't want to get in that rhythm of going on one all the time.
Here we go. Right tray 600, X under Z dagger on one-on-one. Ready?
We're going to see the X on an under route, the Z on a dagger.
What's a dagger,
Dagger's
Coach?
a big in cut. It's a big in cut. It'll be a deep in by the Z receiver here.
Blue 80.
The outside receiver on the right-hand side.
80. So go. How was it a delay of game? There's no way.
Delay of game. Number 18, offense. 5-yard penalty. It's still 3rd down.
Well, listen, you get to hear the coach to quarterback communication. You also get to hear the quarterback to referee communication if they don't like the call.
Here we go.
Exactly right.
Left tray 600, X under Z dagger on two. Ready?
It's the same thing. Coach Shumlin just flipped it over. Now he has the 3 receivers to the field. And the Z in this case is number 1, Isaiah Zuber, outside.
Blue 80. So go.
Try to get him on a deep in cut.
Thorson. It's JoJo Ward. Ward had some work to do at the end of it. Unable to get to the first down line. 4th down coming, and it looks like the punt unit jogging onto the field.
Hey, really good job by Clayton Thorson there. X under. JoJo Ward was playing the X. He was running a drag route. And just because it's 3rd and long doesn't mean you have to throw past the sticks. Okay, you understand where you are in the ball game. You're up 11, throwing the ball underneath. Maybe he breaks a tackle, makes a first down for you. If not, send the punt team out there and play field position.
Allen sends it downfield. We got contact right at the catch point. Joe Walker tried to get underneath of it. Tyler Palka was there making contact. I think he had an opportunity to catch this thing.
Hey, fair catch interference is confirmed.
Number?
Damn, I missed your number. I'm sorry, boss.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It'll be 1st and 10, Michigan.
So 11-point game, but the Panthers showing some life. Get a touchdown to start the half, come out, get a stop. They get the football. Set up nicely after the penalty. And don't miss Killing It, the new Peacock original starring Craig Robinson. This series from the comedy minds of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Streaming now. Go to peacocktv.com to sign up. Killing It.
Rip Oregon.
Coach, how about some of that communication you heard from Mike Pereira into the ref right there before we went to the break?
I thought it was fascinating. No, I really did, and we talked about the transparency before the game, and to hear Mike Pereira say, hey, fair catch interference is confirmed, okay, we got that, so we'll hear that. That's the kind of communication they have, and then Brian Banks didn't get the number, so all of his, he just says, hey, it's against the punt team, so that's fun stuff to see. That's the kind of behind-the-scenes stuff you don't typically get, so fun to hear that stuff.
The human element of the officiating side.
Oregon. Say go.
2nd and 4 here for Shea Patterson. Drop in the pocket, good protection, and that's dropped by Devin Ross.
You got it.
There's a clear plan by Michigan to slow down this defensive front of Houston. You see the backs chipping, meaning helping the offensive linemen in their protection. Good clean pocket for Shea. You just got to finish the play. Okay, now you get yourself in one of these tough 3rd and 5 type situations. You have so much momentum coming out of the half. You have to make the basic fundamental play to be an efficient offense.
Watch 20. Here we go. Hey, let's go. Hey, hot. What is it? Say go. Rock.
Gotta have this 3rd down if you're Patterson here, and he hits his man right across the middle. Jeff Badet with the grab in the 1st.
And a big pickup by then.
Y'all get rocked.
Really good job by Badet working inside on the slant from the slot. Shea sees it. Puts it right between the 1 and the 3. That was almost out the gate.
Betty.
Badet, player that played with C.D. Lamb, Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray over at Oklahoma.
Rip Oregon.
Set, go!
Give on the ground. It's Cam Scarlett. A good first down carry from Scarlett.
It's a good run-pass mix here. Obviously an emphasis to run the ball coming out of the half, but to be able to throw it efficiently is big. The third down conversion, they're getting on the ball. Conditioning is a factor for this Houston defense right now. They don't look like they're playing with that same juice they played with in the first half.
Rip Oregon. Set, go!
Patterson gives again, right back to Scarlett. Scarlett, 2 runs, pick up the first down.
And Scarlett's a good football player. An MVP on Stanford's team a couple years ago when we saw him in practice the other day. He just looks like a versatile guy. He can run it. He's a good route runner. He's a good protector. They're lucky to have him.
Squeeze. Charlie 5 firm.
They'll give Scarlett a breather, bring in Stevie Scott.
Rip Texas. Set, go! Go!
It goes to Scott. And this time, it's the Gamblers' defensive front winning the line of scrimmage.
They sure are. And we talked earlier in the game where all the white shirts of Houston, they were knocking the Michigan offensive line back. That's not the case here in the second half. The Michigan offensive line coming off the ball. They're winning the line of scrimmage. There's not that same bounce in the Houston defense right now. So they got to get them off. They got to get them off schedule here. It's a big second down play for this Gambler defense.
Marino, hack. Cuckoo. All right, let's go, Liz, Oregon. Liz, Oregon. Set, go!
2nd and 8, Patterson. As he's had to do often, run, create more time, and Patterson steps out of bounds, 3rd and long, headed his way.
You know, we talk about code words. One of my favorite things that's happened in football lately is the use of great football names as code words. You hear him use Marino, the great Dan Marino, Hall of Fame quarterback, Miami Dolphins, one of my all-time favorite players. He made the audibles on that last one. Didn't work out, but they might come back to Marino. Who knows?
So we're going to preview spot.
Hey, let's go.
Saw a flag come in late.
Come on, baby. Ain't that long.
Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. Number 93, defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Chris Odom.
Hey.
You want to tack that on?
Hey. I just got on the field.
Thomas, you know Tyree
Previous
Phillips?
spot, good.
That's an easier way to get the first down.
Gotcha.
That's my dog. Zubba left tray. Charlie 5 source.
Now Michigan's jumping on the ball.
Charlie 5 source.
Trying to keep this Houston front on their heels.
Get points on this drive right back in the middle of this thing.
Set, go!
Patterson, Walker in motion, that gives it to Scott. Scott only able to get 2 yards.
And that's one of the things the coaches have to think about. You know, we can go for 1, we can go for 2, we can go for 3. And sometimes you're getting creative with that math, maybe sometimes too early in the game.
Yep.
So the same principles apply. You just have the opportunity to go for 1 and 2.
Hey, Ohio!
Defender runs on the field late for the Gamblers. Patterson rolling right. Pauses, still doesn't have a receiver. Now flips it to his tight end, Joey Magnifico. And Magnifico just steps out of bounds.
And a good job by Shea late in the down there. Obviously, they want to move him, get him away from this Houston pass rush. So they get him out in space. He doesn't like what he has down the field. He's got people around him. He does a good job just getting his eyes down, getting the ball in Magnifico's hand just to get out of dodge. Now it's 3rd and 11, and it's about 11, but it's also about field position. You don't want to go backwards in this situation. You want to make the field goal that much more manageable if you come out of this thing without converting the first down.
Hey, Rob, 46.
So they're working on Jeff Badette over on the sideline. Just had a big catch a moment ago.
Hey, Ohio. Say it, go.
3rd and long. Patterson gets it to Stevie Scott as running back. Scott sets up a decision here for Coach.
I like the call by Eric Marty, the offensive coordinator by Michigan. Again, playing that field position game. They go screen on 3rd and 11 from the 30. They give him a chance to make that field goal more manageable. And it might be face mask at the end of the down. We're going to let these guys play, Mike Pereira, but they probably should have called that one, huh? Mike, you still with us?
Get a field goal look here. They failed the two-point conversion, so the three would be big, and that's wide to the outside. No good. So after that drive, come up with nothing. 17-6 ball game. Houston still on top.
Hey, and there he is. Mike, I thought we lost you there for a minute. You're back. Hey, tell us about this face mask and what your role is on a play like this.
Yeah, certainly on the field, that's one that should have been called. The replay center can get involved on personal fouls like this, but only if they're called. So we're not going to get into the judgment area and make the call. But if they're called and it's incorrect, then we can take it off. But that wasn't the case here.
There we go. Dawkins on a first down carry gains 4.
Jack, the game is about responding. How do you respond? Okay, Houston up 17-0 at half. Michigan responds. So how does Houston respond to the early mission success? Michigan has a great drive. They don't convert the field goal, okay? It goes back and forth for 60 minutes. Houston needs to get something going here on offense.
Down. Red 80. Black 13. Black 13. So go.
Give right back to Dawkins. And Dawkins going to set up a third and mid-range here for Thorson and Kevin Sumlin to have a conversation about.
We got to get a first. Here we go, here we go. Left 71, hitch, slant, on 2, ready?
We're coming back to the hitch and the slant. We saw this play before. Looks like we're going to have a hitch to the left-hand side here to Zuber and a slant up top.
Blue 80. Blue 80. So go. Go.
Got movement.
Sorry, bro.
55.
False start, number 55, offense. 5-yard penalty. It's still third down.
Ada Owe, who left early.
Let's go. Hold on.
It's a big difference now.
Focus. Right squeeze 604 on 2. Ready?
You go from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9 in that situation. These aren't easy to make. They're going with 604. We'll see what that looks like.
Blue 80. To go.
Hitting them with a bit of the snap count here. And this time they're going to get the offense.
55.
False start, number 55, offense. 5-yard penalty. It's still third down.
That Yarbrough 2 times in a row. And Clayton Thorson using that hard count to try to help the offensive line. But you got to have discipline. Sometimes in these passing situations, those offensive linemen get a little antsy because of those edge rushers. You got to sit in there. Now you're in a 3rd and 14 situation. Now with the quarterback where the offense wants to be in, they're hard to make.
Quarter winding down before 3rd and long. Houston, they had no fouls in the first half. It's been 6 in this 3rd quarter for the Gamblers. Little momentum here, a little bit of momentum here for the Michigan defense into the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter, we come back.
From Birmingham, Alabama. This is Michigan wide receiver Jeff Badet, and right there you saw after he made the break that something happened, and it was to the back of his right leg. This is the 2nd time that Badet has been in the training tent. He was out, tried to test it out, and going back in again. We'll get an update to you if I have it, Jack.
Yeah, bad step there, Lou. Thank you very much for the information. That's why we've been seeing more of Devin Ross playing some wide receiver. This time it's Thorson who finds an open receiver in JoJo Ward, and short of the first down. And they're going to go for a punt here. They're going to send it deep, and Michigan offensively back onto the field. We've seen them look better in the 2nd half. What do you want to see here from the Panthers?
They just got to keep that rhythm going. It's going to start with the running game for them, and then they get what they get off of that, whether it's play action or moving the quarterback. Unforced errors got Houston on that last drive with the 2 false starts.
Alex sends it deep. No opportunity for a return. Drive will start at the 31, make it the 33-yard line where they marked it. The ball went out of bounds.
Romeo 7, wide over Odell. Zen, left truth, Romeo 7, wide over Odell. Let's go. Protect your ass off. Danny, make sure they have the call. Zen. Let's go. Left truth. Romeo 7, wide Dover, Odell. We got to go.
Romeo 7, wide Dover, Odell.
Zen,
Left truth. Romeo 7, wide Dover, Odell.
It's wide Dover, Odell. So the Y's the tight end, and he's running a Dover. It's probably a deep over, Dover, deep over. And again, the use of the word Odell, Odell Beckham Jr. You start using these player names in all these calls. It's really fun. I don't know what Odell means. It's probably a double move or some kind of shot.
We're going to find out. Might be that Spider-Man catch he did a few years back.
Here we go.
I was coaching the other team.
Super Bowl champ. That's a good point, Coach. Shout out Odell, Super Bowl champ. Here we go. Shea Patterson looking deep down the field, just as Coach described. Devin Ross with the grab. Takes it inside Gamblers territory.
And this is your wide Dover now. It's the Y on a deep over.
Right far, off to 9.
Okay, the Y in this case. Number 18, Devin Ross. Good job climbing on top of the defense.
I'm out here, no gloves.
And you saw the encouragement. We got to protect now before the play call. They certainly did. Good protection, a good route.
You're good, Ruff.
Big play for Michigan.
Andrew Soro, who made the tackle,
How you doing,
was just off the field but shaken up.
Let's go score, man. Let's go score. I never played anybody for him, I don't think.
We'll check on Soro. We'll take a break. 11-point Houston lead, Michigan with the football when we come back.
TV. When we come back. Alpha 9 on Texas.
And wake up with Premier League mornings as Manchester United looks to unseat Arsenal and gain ground on the table. Arsenal, Manchester United, Saturday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time on USA. And, Coach, you noticed something with regard to Patterson this week. What was it?
Shea Patterson is showing us today he's an awfully good leader, and he kind of reminds me of my buddy Roy Kent from Ted Lasso. They kind of look like each other. Same kind of positive impact on their teammates.
Got that serious demeanor on his face there.
Sure does.
Here's Scarlett on first down. He'll gain 3.
No, in all honesty, they look alike facially, so for some reason they just have the same kind of feel to him. But, you know, Shea Patterson out there, you see his leadership, you hear his leadership of his team. The demeanor that he plays with, they're responding to him. You heard him at halftime rallying the troops. He certainly rallied them with his performance here in the second half. They like to play for him, just like those guys at Ted Lasso like to be around Roy Kent.
Amen to that. We put that up in the production meeting. It did take you 5 seconds for that to come out of your mouth. Coach, here's Patterson. He's going to keep it himself and take it inside the 25.
On the ball. Open up.
And he said it. During that timeout, you heard Shea say, hey, they're tired. Let's put it on these guys. And they are tired up front. It's a different Houston defense that we saw in the first half, and Michigan's taking advantage of it.
Gain of 11 there for Patterson. Now give goes to Scarlett. And just a couple.
We got left 8 close. Check. Let's go. Zort. Left 8 far, Alpha 7 Cat. Zort, left 8 far, Alpha 7 Cat, Hugo. Zort, left 8 far, Alpha 7 Cat.
Zort, left 8 far, Alpha 7 Cat, Hugo.
Alpha 7 Cat.
You got it.
Good listen to Eric Marty, the offensive coordinator for Michigan.
Say go.
Good quick release by Patterson. Gets it out to Devin Ross, who's getting a whole bunch of work offensively as Badet continues to stay out of the game with injury.
They just want to keep mixing it. They're mixing it with the run and the pass. They're throwing screens in there. They're mixing quarterback runs in there. Big third down here. Keep this drive alive.
Mini to your left, star to your right. Left Dutch squeeze. Dutch get on the other side. Mini to your left, star to your right. Mini to your left, star to your right.
Mini. Hey, star.
Mini to his left, star to his right. They're two-man combinations. He's trying to work to converse this third down.
Hey, Rob, Ohio. Go, Ohio. Say it, go.
3rd and 6 here for Patterson. Looking out to the right side, looking for Ball, and Ball flipped his hips around and just wasn't able to gather it.
He had him. Put the ball behind him, and when you got open guys like this, you got to hit them.
Where are y'all going?
And Ball's capable of making that play as well. Looks like they're going for it here on 4th down.
Ride the route.
Like this call here?
I do, because of the decisions they made earlier. I think you got to go for it here. I don't think the field goal is going to do enough for you this late in the game.
You got to throw that bitch up. No, let's go. Hey, Lou Oregon. Lou Oregon.
Empty look on 4th and 6 for Patterson. Drops. Lanier diving across the middle, and he got his hands underneath him at first down inside the 10.
The Frenchman, how do you respond? Had the drop on the inside slant earlier in the ball game, comes back, a good route, awfully good throw, a big 4th down conversion. They're knocking on the door. They're on the 6-yard line. Houston's on their heels.
Right back up to the line of scrimmage. Motion, give goes to Stevie Scott. And Stevie Scott down to the 5.
Great look at this 4th down play. Lance Lenoir laying out. It's a good, strong hands catch. He secures it all the way to the ground. It's a good throw by Shea Patterson, letting him clear the linebacker.
Alpha 1.
Lance lays out and makes a big play for Michigan.
Making up for that drop earlier, choosing the right time to do it.
Absolutely.
So go.
Cross in motion, fake it to him, give it to Scott. Fighting for the goal line. Got close, maybe a half-yard short.
Short of the goal line.
Let's go. Get set. Ball time.
And they're going fast. Michigan's on the ball.
Give me a good.
We've seen the quarterback sneak before from Patterson.
Why are we stopping? That's a touchdown. No, it ain't. That's a touchdown.
Runner was short of the end zone. That play is on the further review.
Okay, we're going to take a look at this, Brian. We think that the ball gets extended before any body part goes to the ground. We're just looking for the ball to break the plane here. As we look at the shot, you can see that all the body, the knees up, everything, the ball does break the plane. So we're going to reverse this. We're going to reverse this to a touchdown. Ball broke the plane.
Sorry, yes, I got you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. You got team this shit, dude. That's a touchdown, baby. Come on now. They can't do that. That's a touchdown.
After the review, the ruling has changed to a touchdown.
Let's go!
It's a good review there. Stevie Scott earned that one.
He sure did. There's always a great debate about when you extend the ball. It's always a little risky down there, but Stevie Scott, he was still, his knees were off the ground. He was on top of the pile a little bit, puts it out there. And when you got a guy like the great Mike Pereira, he doesn't miss anything. You know what I loved about it, Jack, is the poise that Pereira delivered it. Hey, Brian, here's what we got.
Yeah.
Here's what we got. Okay. It looked like he extends the, we're going to give him a touchdown here.
Yeah, so, nice and comfortable out there in Los Angeles. Looks like they're keeping the offense out here.
It's like Pereira's done this before in his life.
Yeah, a couple times, eh?
Hey, hurry up. Gotta go. Hey. I'm outside.
Stevie Scott stays in the backfield.
Yep.
The last second shift.
Say go.
Couple tight ends there as well. Scott just nothing off the left side. Stop short. Abernathy blasted into the backfield to make the play.
Yeah, they can't do that.
Stevie Scott reaching it out, getting the job done. Touchdown, Panthers. Coach, we got a ball game here. 17-12 game into the fourth quarter, 10-20 remaining. Patterson, after giving the speech at halftime, he's been playing much better.
He sure has. He's done an outstanding job, not only leading this team, but making a lot of plays as well. There's always a great debate about when you start going for 1 or 2 or 3 in this league. You know, you look at it here, 2 missed 2-point conversions. If you just kick it, it's a 17-14 game. Always got to be careful about doing that stuff too quickly.
There's Will Likely on the return. Likely out to the 40.
Likely returns the kick.
So we've seen the response now from the Panthers. How does Houston make a little response of their own.
That's what football's about, Jack. It's a 60-minute game. How do you respond? And certainly the second half, the momentum's been all in Michigan's favor here. They've played well offensively. They've made stops on defense. Now Houston has to respond. You're up 17-0 at half. Now it's 17-12. It's up to Clayton Thorson to lead this group.
Where do you want me to sit at?
Would be surprised to see the runner, Mark Thompson, get going here.
Blue 80. Blue 80. So go.
They get to Thompson. Thorson rolling out, looking for his tight end, Brandon Barnes, but throws it over his head. It's intercepted by Jamison Houston. And Houston takes it back to the 43. Michigan in business. Jamison Houston, he was the trash talk hero when we were out there in practice. He didn't start talking the entire time. Gets the pick when the Panthers needed it most.
Jack, let's take a look at the interception here. Clayton Thorson on the naked to his left. He's looking for his big tight end across the field on the over route. He cuts it loose. He throws it high. Good play by Houston making the play.
Oh, we got the ball loose. Quickly lost it. That's been a theme. Patterson dropped the snap. On a drive, they need points. They're going to back themselves up early.
Too many unforced errors here on these center quarterback exchanges. Second time in the ball game this has happened. You get the big turnover and you can't execute the shotgun snap. You get yourself in a 2nd and 18. Big thing for Shea right here now is let's try to cut it in half. Let's try to make the third manageable.
It's been Sean Pollard. Neil Callaway, legendary offensive line coach, told us Sean Pollard, the clear leader of this group, has been having trouble with the center to quarterback exchange across the middle on 2nd and long. And what a hit put on by Reggie Northrup.
There's our guy, and Reggie Northrup is the guy that provides energy for this Houston defense now. And they have not been the same defense here in the second half. Maybe that's a play, a big hit by Northrup. Maybe that's a play that gets them going.
Left Trey. Left Trey forward.
Devin Ross, who has become a favorite target for Shea Patterson this second half, takes a huge shot from Northrup. Already has a touchdown. So 3rd and 20. What do you like on the play sheet here, Coach?
I don't like a lot. There's a little miscommunication going on here.
Danny, you can't assume that he can hear. From the sideline. Tell him if he's not getting a call, he has freaking headsets. Then he's 100%.
There's so many different conversations that go on. Coming from the press box, tell Shea if he's not getting the call, he's got to get it from the sidelines. So sometimes when that headset goes out, you just got to take a breath and say, okay, what do we got here? Let's get a play call. And you know, it's 3rd and 18. There aren't a lot of good plays on that call sheet. Critical here for Shea Patterson not to get too greedy. Understand where we are in the game. You're down 5. There's 9:20 to go. Don't do anything stupid here. If you have to play field position by punting it back, let's play to your defense. They've been outstanding here in the second half.
Here we go.
And cover 2.
Hey, Lake Oregon. Lake Oregon.
Through Tampa look, try and find a full shot to Lance. Full shot to Lance.
Say it, go.
3rd and 20. Patterson steps up through the pocket. Looking for Lenore. What a catch by Lenore. Paws those feet on the sideline and gathers it. He's just a yard short.
Let's go.
What a 4th and 1 coming up.
They're going fast. They're going fast.
Bonsai! Get set!
They've used quarterback sneak in this scenario, this game already. And right back to the quarterback sneak goes Patterson. He was hit quickly by Donald Payne. Did he get it there?
What do you mean knees down? Replay that.
Boy, I don't know about that spot.
You got to replay it, right?
Measure.
Timeout for a measurement. Timeout for a measurement.
All right, Coach, this might be one of the most, really one of my favorite innovations right here. It's like hanging out at Wimbledon. Get the lasers out. All the cameras around the stadium. They're going to line this football up. take you to center court here.
He was not short by 34 inches.
Short?
Short by 34 inches, turnover on downs. I want a little replay of that spot before we break the lasers out there. What you see there?
Yeah, absolutely. Clearly, the officials felt like Shea Patterson's knee was down. Hard for me to think that we went backwards on that fourth down play.
We'll take another look at that one. Now you'd still be short.
The USFL is here, and now you can unite behind your favorite teams. Get jerseys, t-shirts, caps, and more at shopusfl.com. Live the USFL 24/7 with the official fan gear and be part of USFL history. Buy now at shopusfl.com. Follow the USFL on social and get first access to special events and future NFT drops at usfl.fans.
Yeah. When I want them to mug the A-gap? Yeah. Because what were we in there? We weren't in nothing until they got lined up to 8. Mug the A.
Hey, we got 4th and short here. Look at the replay. If you look at Payne, the linebacker coming over the top, he's the guy that made the play for Houston to keep Shea Patterson short on that 4th down.
He was short. It's Kenji Bahar who comes into the game at quarterback, so a new look for the Gamblers late in the game. It's a good first half. Dorsett threw a touchdown in the first half. Second half has been much slower, and now you get the change.
Yeah, not easy for Kenji here to come in this situation. You're up 5, 8:30 to go in the ball game. Here's your first action. But again, we've been talking about opportunity here. The last couple of days, here's his opportunity to seal the deal for Houston at the end of this ball game.
Bahar, he played at Monmouth, owns nearly every passing record that Monmouth has. Here's Thompson, and Thompson, after taking his time, breaks it outside and gets near that first down line.
And that's when Houston's been their best on offense today, is when they give the ball to that guy, Mark Thompson. Big, strong runner. Bounces to the outside. Now they have themselves a 3rd and short. No, they gave him a first down.
We're going left wing twins, hack, 18-4, so on 1.
70 yards on the ground now for Thompson.
18-4, anticipate a run play to the right-hand side.
Dalen Dawkins back into the game, standing next to Bahar. Dawkins gets it. And he's met quickly at the line of scrimmage. That's Savon Walker.
It's a tricky situation here where you want to make sure you're bleeding the clock. Understand where we are in the game. You're up 5. You got just over 7 minutes to go, so you want to run the ball. You want to keep that clock churning. Okay, eat it up as much as you can. At the same time, you got to stay aggressive. It's a 1-score ball game, albeit a touchdown. You got to maintain your aggressiveness as you go.
Down! Red 80! Red 80! Let's go!
Bahar on 2nd and 11. Quick throw to the outside. It's JoJo Ward, and Ward gets it 3 yards short of the line to gain.
Good look at Bahar's arm there.
12.
They throw that same hitch route they've been throwing throughout the ball game. He's got a quick stroke. Ball comes out clean.
Hey, I'm undoing this.
JoJo does a good job catching and getting north and south to make the 3rd down that much easier. Looks like he's under center.
See, me and you, 44. Down. Red 80. Red 80. Let's go.
Bring the tight end Julian Allen in motion. Give goes to Dawkins, but Dawkins has no room to run. That's Terry Myrick from his linebacker spot, shooting into the backfield.
Big stop by Myrick. Playing off the ball. He hits that B gap, that gap between the guard and the tackle. Penetration kills him on the 3rd down run. Myrick's a good football player now. Played with Max Crosby at Eastern Michigan. A little bit undersized, but a productive player. Big stop for Michigan there.
Big boys, you know what I'm saying? Up front. Yeah.
Gallett's on to punt. Joe Walker back deep to receive. 5:30 left in this game. Shea Patterson going to get a great opportunity down 5. Fair catch called for. And that's where the Panthers will begin, right there at the 10-yard line.
A lot of good stuff from Shea Patterson here in the second half. The touchdown throw to Lenore on the corner route. And it's variety. He throws the slant to Bedette. The deep over route. And then on the fourth down, lays it out to Lance Lenore. A big third and long shot up the sidelines. What impresses you is his poise. What impresses you is his leadership, his feel for the game. And then you saw right there the variety of throws he's made throughout this ball game. Big opportunity for him. 5:12 to go. They're down 5.
He needs 90 yards. Bring Walker in motion. Now after he rolls right, finds Lance Lenore. Pick up a 15 to get the drive going out to the 25.
And Shea said that Lance is his favorite target. A guy that he just loves to throw to. And they've been at their best when they move Shea Patterson. We've seen Lance run a couple of those deep comeback routes. Shea's been right on target.
Lenore, Laquan Treadwell's cousin, player for Jacksonville. Again, bring Joe Walker in motion across the formation. They're looking right back to Lenore, and Lenore once again has to go straight through his hands.
Tried to get him going on a quick screen. Lance has made a lot of good hands catches today. Eyes turned to the defender a little bit too early. You can't miss those opportunities on first down when you're trying to drive the ball to win the ball game.
Beat his ass up. Beat him up. Yeah, I know.
Got a player down for the Panthers. I think that's Keith Williams, the left tackle. It'll be a rough time to lose Keith Williams.
The coaches are excited about Keith Williams and his athleticism playing that left tackle spot. 6'7" out of Colorado State. He's athletic. Hopefully he's okay.
Going to bring Joshua Dunlap into the game out of UTSA.
Don't be surprised if Tim Lewis tries to test Joshua here on this first snap.
Shay, we gotta go.
Hey, Zort, right there. Zort, right there, close. Alpha 1, Harry, Zort. Alpha 1. Zort, let's go, gotta go.
Push. Slick. We can get it.
Let's go. Ohio. Say go.
Patterson on 2nd and 10. It goes to Scarlett. Scarlett will run over the right side, breaks it outside, gets 8. 3rd and 2 upcoming.
The ability of both teams to run the football has been critical to their success.
Let's go.
Ace, Okie.
Hey, hot.
Get up to the line quickly.
They go fast.
They'll run it again with Patterson, and that's been the strategy. 3rd and 4th and short. Give it to the quarterback and see if he can get it this time successful.
And again,
Hop left Dutch.
Showing the athleticism of Shea Patterson. We've seen him do a lot of different things. Make throws from the pocket, get out on the move. There's a quarterback run.
Hop, left foot, echo two.
What you like most about him is his command at the line of scrimmage and how his teammates respond to him.
Lucky Oregon.
Do a drag.
Say it, go.
Play action, Patterson. Protection starting to break down. Magnifico let a man through and still able to get it complete. Devin Ross with another big play.
He's best on the move now. Some of them are designed, some of them are him just making plays.
Zoom right there.
What impresses you the most are how he keeps his eyes up and then how he delivers the ball on the run. Receivers done an excellent job for Shea.
What is it?
Getting into those open areas where he can deliver strikes.
Alpha for 5 rally.
Okie.
Shea Patterson, former Michigan Wolverine, been in these scenarios before. playing some big-time college football. Give goes to Lenore, end around. Lenore's got 2 blockers out in front. Lenore gains 9 on first down.
Like the call, trying to get to the edge. They've run the ball well with their runners. Let's get the receivers involved. And let's make that fly sweep motion that we've seen in the run game. Let's make it real by handing it to the guy. A good first down play for Michigan.
Charlie Ford, Coco. Charlie Ford, Coco.
We got Charlie Ford, Coco coming right now, Jack.
Reggie, you see me selling out?
Lance Lenore came over and took a seat on the bench after that play. He's shaking up. Good goes to Scott. Scott met in the backfield. Set up a 3rd and 2.
Here we go, another 3rd and short. They've been critical. Big stop by Houston on the 4th and short on the previous series. I think they're going to take it to the 2-minute warning here.
And, Coach, the Panthers have an interesting situation now. Lenore, who's over on the bench getting looked at, Badette had the injury earlier, so you may see a little Michael Petway, tight end, playing some wide receiver on this final drive. 2-minute warning. We got a 5-point ball game in Birmingham, Alabama.
Send him.
Well, game 1 of this Sunday tripleheader has turned into a great one. We got the 5 o'clock game coming up as well. Philadelphia and New Orleans over on USA. Then at 9 o'clock now, Tampa Bay in Pittsburgh. That game on FS1. 3rd and 2, though, Coach. What do you like here?
I bet they run it. They have a play called Charlie Zero Basil called. And I bet they run it. They've had some success on 3rd and shorts running it with the quarterback. We'll see.
Steve Scott, the tailback. Give goes to Scott. And Scott, good physical run. Keeps the chains moving, keeps this drive alive.
Fly sweep motion.
Green 0.
Tight end slides back across the formation. They hand it to Stevie Scott. Good line surge. Big conversion by Michigan.
Left dot. Green 0. Left truth. Left truth.
Good to see Lenore back on his feet. He had his helmet in his hand, still not back into the game yet. Word was he had the wind knocked out of him.
Rip Ohio. Say it, go.
Now Patterson. The right side. Pass is caught by Devin Ross.
Time starts to be a factor here now. They need a touchdown. 1:25 to go. You're down 5. And they only have 1 timeout. So can't be too casual here.
Swag. Single. Let's go. Rip Ohio.
2nd and 6. Keep the pace.
Say it, go.
1:05 remaining in the game. Patterson looking to the right side. Pass is caught. That's Joe Walker. Tell you, Coach, Shea Patterson made the point. He wanted Walker on this team moments like that.
He's the reason Joe Walker is here. And at crunch time, he goes to him. They go a little play action, RPO type look to it. Shea puts it in, pulls it out, and throws a strike to Walker.
A couple guys that were teammates in the spring league, relying on that chemistry. 50 to play. Lost the football again. That one may be on Patterson.
You're good.
Loss of 7.
And it's a good timeout by Jeff Fisher. 3rd time in this ball game. They fumbled a shotgun snap. And the snap is good. Shea just takes his eyes off of it. Good job covering it. Call a timeout. Take a breath. Reassess where we are. Okay, 46 seconds to go. Down 5. You need a touchdown. You have no timeouts. Get everybody on the same page. Communicate what you want. Communicate the situation. And go execute ball plays.
What you mean I'm out?
And remember, this is college rules. So if you get the first down here, the clock will stop. Only problem is you got to get it to the 4, inside the 4 to get that first down.
You sure do. And this timeout gives this Houston defensive front a chance to get their breath. So expect a good pass rush here by those down guys.
Lance Lenore, who has been a favorite target in big moments, checks back into the game, top of the screen.
Hey, Rock, Oregon. We getting that goal. I'm going back in that bit. Say it, go.
Here's Patterson. Pressure gets there in a hurry. Chris Odom drops him for a sack.
The front 7 is back. They got a little breath before the play. Sacks late in the ball game determine the outcome. Michigan's going backwards, and the clock is ticking.
Green nine.
A lot of confusion trying to figure out where they want to line up. 20 seconds to play. 3rd and 26. May have to take a shot at the end zone at some point. Patterson stepping up and through. Patterson trying to create enough space to get a throw off, and he does. Sails it out of the back of the end zone. Hey, very long.
Give this Houston defensive front credit now. They have not played great here in the second half, but talk about responding in the critical moments of the ball game. Big time pass rush. Odom coming off the edge with no timeouts. The clock ticks. If you're Michigan, you got to run back. You take a shot. Now you're in this 4th and 26 desperation situation with 9 seconds to go. You got to throw the ball to the end zone.
Hey, where? It's wrapped. There's only 4 rushers.
Here we go. Hail Mary mode from the 30.
Say go.
Patterson drops. Protection's good. Plenty of time. Patterson looking right. Looking for his jump ball. And it's Petway who got his hands on it. Did he get the feet down? Controversy in the end zone. They say no good. Flag, though. Flag flew back where Patterson let the pass fly. All kinds of controversy.
Wow.
The ruling in the field is confirmed. The left foot is down. The right foot comes down out of bounds.
So they're going to
by the back judge.
So now what's the flag?
Clock. 1 second left.
Hey, Mike. I've got a chop block on the left guard and the left tackle.
Yeah, they'll just decline it.
Yes.
Okay.
He said confirm the incomplete pass, correct, Mike?
Yeah.
Yes, confirm the incomplete pass.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Personal foul, chop block. That penalty's declined. It was 4th down. It'll be 1st and 10, Houston.
Hey.
Wow.
Gamblers, hang on.
How about last night's game? And then we come back here today. We're 2 for 2 in the USFL, taking these things down to the wire. I love what Shea Patterson did there. He gives his guy Petway, big athletic guy, a chance in the back of the end zone. Gives him a chance. He goes and makes a play over his head. Can't get the second foot down.
It's a J-code out here, boy.
And a great response by this front 7 and this defensive line of Houston. The big play in the ball game is the Odom sack late. A little bit like the Aaron Donald sack late in the Super Bowl.
Northrop with the touchdown earlier. Took it 96 yards to the house. This game, this win, really in many ways about that Gamblers D.
Throw the flag. They got a flag.
It's a fake knee. It's a fake knee.
So we saw all 4 quarterbacks in this game as expected. And it's a Houston win.